Y'all want my honest, humble opinion. You just switch K Cunningham for Tyrese Maxey. I ain't saying he playing bad, but bro, K Cunningham has no help and he is killing. What are you talking about? Come on now. Yo, what it do, man? I'm not want to waste time, so I'm going straight into it. You feel me? Now to the about to be reacting to. It's been a wild month in the NBA. Hey man, I've been somewhat busy, so I haven't been really dabbling into what's been going on. But hey, let's see. Go looking for the recap.
Steph Curry laboring.
No, I seen this though. Come on, I hope it. I think he's gonna be out for like a week. I hope it's just a week.
Team down by 5. Jokic. Got it! Troika!
Hooper didn't appreciate being tripped, and then Clay had something to say. I don't know. You didn't even play tonight.
Durant into the paint. Durant rises up. Durant scores!
KD doing KD thing.
Kevin Durant! Again!
Shouting and yelling at the Kings bench.
Oh, hey, I seen something on Instagram Reels. Dude was telling his story how Zach LaVine wasn't holding defense. This nigga basically was the coach. And then Damian, who commented on that post? I think it was Damian Lillard, bro. No bull.
Holding up the game right now.
He just laughed.
Put some respect on Gucci Mane's name. Bang, bang, bang. Late game killer.
Time to move him,
boys
start
is
fresh,
killing.
send him somewhere where he can start fresh.
Damn.
Is it time to turn the page on young LaMelo Ball?
We are now 1 month into the NBA season, and things are already out of control. The NBA is back, and it's better than ever.
It's been a lot of excitement going on.
Today's video is sponsored by Draft at Kings Day. That's a month of NBA games in the With 1 month of NBA games in the books, would it be too early for me to jump to some wildly bold conclusions on a season that just started? Absolutely. Is that gonna stop me from making some wildly bold conclusions on a season that just started? No, of course not. So here is everything that happened in month 1 of the NBA in about 10 minutes. The NBA
Perfect.
MVP race is as
Hey
deep
man, you should do one of these videos every month. No bull. For people like me, I be having too much going on in my real life to keep up with every sports game.
difficult as it's ever been. With 4 players right now playing out of their minds, we have reached the point where averaging a near 35-point triple-double will more than likely not deem you the most valuable player in the league. Instead, you may just need the greatest individual season in the history of basketball to be in the running. And even then, nothing is guaranteed. If there was ever a time to have a co-MVP in the NBA, right about now seems appropriate. That's of course if injuries don't get in the way. After rolling out their new 65-game minimum rule a few seasons ago, the NBA was hopeful that players around the league, specifically the stars, would be motivated to play more games and load management around the league would slow down a bit. Their plan has not worked. As of right now, there are 123 players either ruled out or day-to-day across the NBA. That's over a quarter of the league's sideline after just 1 month of basketball. Turns out more rest might not be such a bad thing. And although staying healthy
they giving all these teams back-to-backs. The back-to-backs is crazy. Like no time to rest. Imagine you working 12 hours and you only get 1 day off of the week. And then after that 1 day, you resting half of the day. And then you back to it the next day. That's literally how they've been working. What's his name? The owner of the NBA, I forgot his name. Adam Silver. Something like that. He is slaving these players.
Proven to be difficult this season, scoring the ball has never been easier. So far this season, teams have scored at least 130 points, 75 times.
Damn.
Just a decade ago, teams crossed the 130-point threshold only 36 times over the course of the entire season. Watching the Pelicans drop 143 points in a single outing was a bit of a wake-up call, but at the rate the league is going, we should see our first 200-point game by about tomorrow. In other news, the fate of the entire
200-point
NBA
game. Nah, it's not too far-fetched. If somebody was to get the 200-point game, who y'all think it would be? I personally think that it had to be the Denver Nuggets. Because Jokic, he loved passing the ball. He loved swinging the ball. Or the Thunder, because they so dominant this year. If they all hitting for all 4 quarters, they can definitely touch 100. Trust.
in the hands of a 36-year-old on the Clippers. Thanks to the Paul George trade that happened over 6 years ago, the Thunder own the Clippers' unprotected first-round pick, a potential lottery pick in the 2026 draft. The worse the Clippers do, the more devastating the pick becomes. The only thing stopping the Thunder from getting the pick of the litter in a draft advertised as the best class in years and swallowing the
my
NBA
God. Didn't
whole
they say that last year and 2 years ago? Every year, every draft class is the best draft class in years. Come on, bro.
A reign of terror is a geriatric James Harden's ability to carry a piss-poor Clippers team. If giving up a future MVP and sparking a potential dynasty wasn't bad enough, being the sole cause of Warriors 2.0 is the icing on the cake. And in the most twisted way imaginable, James Harden is the villain who lived long enough to become the hero. Now, one of the more fun and exciting developments so far this season are the Detroit Pistons, who have won as many games through their first 16 matchups
The
this
Pistons are hooping. Y'all think they gonna get the finals? Nah.
as they did in the
But
entire
they definitely
season
hooping,
just
cuz.
2 years ago. One of the most absurd turnarounds the NBA has ever seen, propelled by circa 2000 Kobe and Shaq. Just 2 seasons ago, the Pistons were a Cade Cunningham injury away from being the worst team ever. Fast forward to today, and Detroit has gotten out to the best start in the organization's history, and they are now
hooping.
real contenders to win the
Well,
East
Cade
and fight for a
Cunningham
title
hooping,
this
right?
year. A sentence I never thought would come out of my mouth. Meanwhile, on the other end of the spectrum, the Indiana Pacers are, not doing very good. A team
2
that
and
was
16?
quarters away from their
Dog,
first
that's
NBA
wild.
championship just a few months ago, have mustered a grand total of 3 wins this season as quite possibly the worst team in the league. Oddly enough, there's hardly been any changes between this year's team and the team that made it to the finals just 5 months ago. They have dealt with some injuries, but the Pacers have one of the highest roster continuities in the NBA outside of the departure of Miles Turner and the absence of Tyrese Halliburton. And it's at this moment that I would like to remind everyone that Halliburton was voted as the most overrated player in the NBA last season. The same guy who is apparently the difference between the Pacers being
Most overrated. Rudy Gobert, I guess. Jimmy Butler, I don't think Jimmy Butler overrated. Bradley Beal, he should be number 1. Really. Honestly, I feel like the only person that's really overrated on here is Bradley Beal. Rudy Gobert, he do what he got to do when he can. Unless it's Wemby that he got to guard. But Dylan Brooks, he ain't overrated.
finals team
Yeah, I don't
and the
agree with this
Pacers
list,
being the
honestly,
worst
bro.
team in the NBA. Just something to think about. After 21 seasons in the league, Chris Paul announced he will be retiring after this season. A sad
Hey, yo, let me get an ad block when I get monetized. I actually might just buy one. Like, no bull. Might just have to buy YouTube.
sad day for the basketball world, and an announcement that came eerily soon after Shai Gilgeous-Alexander invited him over for dinner and brought out his MVP trophy to put on display in the middle of their spread.
Damn.
Okay, guys, that's
Look at that
insane.
flex.
Whose idea was this?
Thank you for 21
Look at that
fantastic.
flex, bro. Look at that flex. Hey, when you got it like that, you can do it like that. Straight up.
Of hoops. Now look at this trophy you never got. After a quarter of the season, we have now seen a decent sample size of how the Denver-Brooklyn trade has turned out. And it looks like Michael the Play-Ins-Here Porter Jr. has found a home with the Nets where he can truly let it fly whenever he wants. He's averaging career numbers across the board, and many fans have came to the conclusion that the Nets won this trade. In which case, I guess the Nuggets will just have to settle for the 3rd best record in the league as legitimate title contenders.
Damn.
Out in Dallas, Nico Harrison was fired just 8 months after
Finally.
the event that shall not be mentioned.
Finally.
And as bad as the immediate aftermath was, the effects of Nico and his shenanigans will linger on long after his departure. The Mavericks have been one of the worst teams in the league this year, ranked 23rd on power rankings with a 5-14 record. Their best players sidelined indefinitely, and they are now,
5-14.
you ready for this? Gauging the market for an Anthony Davis trade. So now
Really? They got rid of the best player that they had to get Anthony Davis. Now they trying to trade Anthony Davis. Who's going to pick up Anthony Davis? Anthony Davis is as fragile as glass. Who wants to pick up Anthony Davis? He talented when he's healthy. But how often is he healthy? Nigga, Cooper Flag played way more games. Not way more, but Cooper Flag has played more games than Anthony Davis since he's been on the Mavericks. That says something.
only did they cough up a generational talent in his early prime, but what they got in exchange has been so underwhelming that they're ready to blow it up after 14 games of Anthony Davis. The Mavericks went from the
14 is
finals
crazy.
to what looks like it's going to be a rebuild in just 18 months. But on the bright side, the Mavericks
Nico
organization
for?
said defense wins championships, and that's what they needed. And so far this season, they are ranked 3rd in the league on defense. So, there's that. Now, one of the biggest surprises so far has been this year's rookie class. Coming out of the draft, it was Cooper Flagg who received all the hype, but it is his Duke teammate, Con Knippel, who has crashed the party and broken out as the early...
Hey, 4-on-4 Knippel. Hey, shout out. You know what I'm saying? He's hooping. If it's not going to be him for the Rookie of the Year, it's going to be Edgecombe. Mark my
of
words.
the 2025 draft class, averaging 19 and 6 a night. Flagg started out a bit slow, but is beginning to look every bit of the future cornerstone Dallas hoped he'd be. Meanwhile, the team that drafted rookie sensation Cedric Coward, my Blazers, decided to immediately trade him for, and I quote, Chinese Jokic. All of my wisecracks about other fan bases are really just
what?
internalized frustrations about my own team. At least
They call that nigga Chinese Jokic. That's hilarious.
Pelicans
bro.
fans have something to smile about, with 2 rookies playing well while the rest of the franchise is lollygagging around them. And VJ Edgecombe has cooled off a bit after his very good impression of a young Michael Jordan in his first NBA game, but still looks to be a contender for Rookie of the Year this season. Now, here are the power rankings through Week 5 and the change in rankings from the preseason. The Thunder and Nuggets sit comfortably at the top as the 2 best teams in the league, with the Rockets, Pistons, and Cavaliers trailing them as title contenders. The Phoenix Suns have rocketed up the rankings
I
from
think the Warriors dropped because Curry just got injured. That's going to impact them heavily because Curry is literally their whole offense.
the bottom of the NBA at 25 in the preseason, all the way up to 7th in the
Then the
most recent
Bucks,
power
oh my
ranking.
God.
The Raptors' 8-game win streak jumped them up into the top 10, and the complete reinvention of the Heat's offense has propelled them up 10 spots in just the first month of the season. On the other end of the spectrum are the Clippers, who have fallen from the 6th spot all the way to 21, as the basketball world clings on to the hope that they will turn it around. The Grizzlies have fallen 6 spots as Ja Morant continues to be fine in the West. The Mavericks are still learning the value of Luka Doncic, and the Wizards, well, they're the Wizards. And finally, here are our criminally early NBA season awards, which I really shouldn't do, but I'm going to. No one can stop me. Based off of the first month of the season, here are the all-NBA teams so far. First team is Maxey, Luka, Giannis, Jokic, and Shea. Second team, Harden, Wemby, Steph, Cade, and Mitchell. And
Honestly, bro, y'all want my honest, humble opinion. You just switch Kay Cunningham for Tyrese Maxey. I ain't saying he playing bad, but, bro, Kay Cunningham has no help and he is killing. What are you talking about? Come on now.
third team is Markkanen, Randall, Şengün, Jalen Johnson, and Jalen Duren. Tyrese Maxey, who's playing out of his mind early this season, could potentially join the 4 foreign horsemen of NBA first team. If Wemby
I ain't really been paying attention. Is he really playing that good? But he has help. I only said move him because Kay Cunningham is single-handedly taking the Pistons to greatness. That's the only reason I said move him, honestly.
can come back healthy and in time, he will make his first All-NBA team, along with James Harden, who is spiritually and physically still in 2019. And third team features a handful of new faces in Şengün, Johnson, and Duren. At the moment, the MVP is Nikola Jokic. The Rookie of the Year is somehow a 6'8" forward from Duke, not named Cooper Flagg. The scoring leader is Luka Doncic, averaging over 35 points a night. And I don't care if he doesn't play another game this season, the Defensive Player of the Year is Victor Wembanyama. Now, for Most Improved Player, there's a handful of guys who have a case
Most
for the
improved, either Tyrese Maxey or Kay Cunningham.
award up to this point. Jalen Duren, Jalen Johnson, Denny Advia, Keontae George, but I'm gonna give it to Ryan Rollins, who has tripled his production since last season and has been balling out this season. And lastly, the best team through month 1 is easily the OKC Thunder. They are very casually dismantling teams. They have the second best record in league history through the first month of the season, and they aren't even healthy yet. This team is floating head and shoulders above the league, and as of right now, they are the easy favorites as champions this season. And that was everything that happened in month 1 of the NBA season in about 10 minutes. Hope you all enjoyed.
Hey, good looking, Jimmy High Roller. Can you do these like? Can you do one of these like every month? Keep niggas updated on what's going on and what's popping, big news and all that extra stuff. Who's doing well? Who's doing terrible? What teams are thriving? What teams are plummeting? All that good stuff. But nah, let me know what y'all think down in the comments below, and I'm gonna catch you niggas in the next one. Yes, sir.